Okay, so now we're taking the derivative of an exponential function, and this is the case where the exponent is the variable here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this rule here, and let me try to zoom in for you just a little bit. And that is to say that if you take the derivative of some exponential function, all right, you basically rewrite it. That's what we get there. You multiply it by the natural log of the base, and then you multiply by the derivative of the exponent. Okay, so there's really nothing to it. It's actually quite simple and intuitive once you apply it. So let's take a look at number 8, and then we'll look at number 9 here together. All right, so we're going to find the derivative y prime. And when I find the derivative y prime, remember, I kind of copy and paste. So 5 to the power x, then I multiply by the natural log of whatever the base was, and in this case it's 5, so the natural log of 5. And then I multiply by the derivative of the exponent, but the derivative of x is just 1, so really no need to multiply by 1. So this right here is the derivative itself of that exponential. So let's move this number 9 up just a little bit, all right? And we're going to apply the same rule. All right, so we're going to have y prime. We're going to say copy paste, which is going to be 10 to the cosine of pi theta. Now this one's a little bit of a chain rule, but it's not too big of a deal. You're going to multiply, of course, by the natural log of whatever the base was, and in this case it's base 10, natural log of base 10. All right. Then you're going to multiply it by the derivative of the exponent. Well, the derivative of the exponent, derivative of cosine, is negative sine of pi theta. And then you multiply it by the derivative of the inside because you're now applying the chain rule. Well, on the inside, the variable there is theta. Pi is a constant. So if it's like pi x, the derivative would be pi. But in this case, pi theta, the derivative is just pi. So you multiply by that. You can kind of clean it up just a little bit, and you end up with something like this. Y prime equals, let's say, negative pi and out in the front, negative pi, and then times, of course, your 10 cosine pi theta. And then you, of course, can multiply it by the natural log of 10. Okay. And you can multiply it by the sine of pi theta. Now you could rearrange this stuff, in a number of ways. You could have put the natural log up at the front because technically it's a constant. But there's different ways to rearrange this. Okay, but this is just one way to have expressed it. The order is what could change here. But other than that, relatively simple rule to apply when you're talking about exponentials here. So I hope this video was helpful, and as always, like and subscribe.